The allegation that Skip Bayless offered this young lady $1.5 million to do some things may not only ruin Fox Sports 1, but it may damage the reputations of many other people. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, or welcome to Uncle ABL, and in today's video, we got to talk about this crazy Fox Sports 1 lawsuit. Now, before I get into it, I'm glad to be back. I know it's been a minute of not posting videos, but I'm not going to leave anymore. I'm going to be here every day putting out new content on Uncle ABL because we have a lot to discuss. I mean, a whole lot. I'm seeing all kind of crazy things. I'm seeing LGBT dudes giving advice. I'm seeing bull daggers pretending to be actual feminine women giving advice. It's a lot. So I got to come back. And what better way to come back than with this video about Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, a Fox executive named Charlie Dixon. What better way to come back? Let me start from the beginning. You see this right here. Skip Bayless accused of offering Fox hairstylist $1.5 million for sex. Now, there's so much here. First things first, that is the woman right there who is accusing Skip of offering her that. Her name is Noushin Faraji. She's a hairstylist. She worked at Fox Sports 1 on Skip's show called Undisputed from 2016 until 2024. Now, remember, Shannon Sharpe used to be over there with Skip for most of the time. Shannon Sharpe and Skip fall out in 2023. Shannon Sharpe leaves and becomes who he is today, which is bigger than life. I mean, some of the craziest numbers ever on the internet, on TV. He's just in a whole different stratosphere. Skip Bayless was left there with guys like Lil Wayne, Richard Sherman, Keyshawn Johnson. I mean, guys that are okay, but they're no Shannon Sharpe. So, of course, the show dies and Skip leaves Fox Sports 1 in August of 24. Now, when Skip leaves, Miss Faraji is fired. And she's saying, you know what, this seems to be a retaliation because I didn't want to play ball. I didn't want to take your $1.5 million for sex. I didn't want to let Charlie Dixon, Joy Taylor's alleged sugar daddy, I did not want to let him grope on me at a party. And by the way, that whole party grouping situation, the story there, again, allegation from Ms. Faraji in the lawsuit, she says that Joy Taylor was there and she complained to Joy about the whole situation. Joy's like, look, you better just toughen up. You better just take it because guess what? He's the reason why I have a job and I'm the one that brought you on. So without him, there's no you or me. So just deal with it. That was, again, the allegation from Ms. Faraji. And to be totally honest, I kind of believe it. Also, Ms. Faraji said that Skip would not just take no for an answer. I'm not saying he assaulted her, but he would just be consistent with trying to approach her. So one day, he's trying to talk to her, trying to approach her. She's like, aren't you married? Don't you have a wife? And he is married. Ernestine looked just like Skip Bayless. Hey, if you take Skip Bayless and put a wig on him, that's his wife, Ernestine. It is what it is. You could say it's mean or whatever, but you can't call me a liar. But anyway, she asked him that. And then his response allegedly is, aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have like 3 or 4 wives? And then she says, my dad is dead. And then Skip looked kind of like shocked and bewildered. And then she made an excuse to leave. Again, these are all allegations, but I believe it. That sounds like something that Skip would do. Okay, you know, saying something very offensive and then kind of like not knowing what to do when he has to deal with the offense. He has to deal with somebody's reaction that is not positive toward him. That sounds like what he would do. All right. But we have more here. Okay. Now, here we got Joy Taylor. Okay. Now, Joy Taylor, the reason why she's mentioned is because she allegedly had the sugar daddy, Charlie Dixon. We'll see him in a minute. And she was sleeping with him while she was married and while he was married to get the job on Fox Sports 1 to begin with. Because remember, when the show first came out, Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, she was a moderator. She was right in between. She would bring in the segment, ease out the segment, introduce topics. That was her role. And by the way, shout out to Jenny, who does a much better job. When she left and they brought Jenny on, or whenever they brought Jenny on. I don't know if it was like an immediate replacement of her, but whenever they brought Jenny on, much better. And I'm not saying that because Jenny is white or anything like that, or she looks better. To be totally honest, if Jenny came up to me in Hartsfield Jackson and slapped me dead in the mouth, boom, I would not know who it is. Because normally when I would watch that show, it'd be on in the background and I'm not watching the television. I'm just listening to it. So I don't know how she looks for real, but she was better at her job than Joy Taylor. Now, if the allegations are true that Joy Taylor slept with not only Charlie Dixon, but also Emmanuel Acho to get certain jobs at Fox Sports 1, I'm not surprised that somebody else is so much better than her, because she was not there for her talent. She was there because she know how to, fornicate, and she don't really mind doing it. All right, now let's look here. Okay, so they ripped Joy Taylor to shreds because of this scandal. All right, now it says a lawsuit was filed by Noushin Faraji. So she was at Fox between 2012 and 2024. So she was there before Undisputed. When Undisputed comes on, now she becomes the apple of Skip Bayless's eye. And the reason she was not fired after Joy Taylor right here and her sugar daddy fell out, allegedly, is because they wanted Skip to have her as a plaything to appease him. Okay, part of the contract. All right, you're able to get X amount of millions of dollars. You're able to get food in your dressing room. You're able to get all this, that, and the third. And here go this lady you could just, flirt with and play with all day. That's kind of what the lawsuit says, right? Now, that's her right there. That is Joy Taylor. I mean, a lot of y'all like Joy Taylor. To me, she kind of all right. It's kind of all right. I mean, maybe she was hot 15 years ago, but she's from Miami. So in Miami, this is kind of just regular. I mean, maybe I'm spoiled because I live in Atlanta, or I live close to Atlanta. This is just, you see that all the time. A woman like that, you would see her as a waitress in a regular restaurant. She's not an ugly person, but some of y'all be doing too much. Okay. But again, that's her. Now, they go to Sugar Daddy right there. How about that? Okay. A handsome gentleman, right? This is on Fox Sports 1's website. His name is Charlie Dixon, Executive Vice President of Content, Fox Sports 1. All right. So the allegation is that when Joy Taylor first got on the Fox Sports with Skip and Shannon on Undisputed, she was having an affair with this guy. This guy is or was married at the time, probably still married to his wife. She ain't going nowhere. He was a sugar daddy, older man. Here comes Joy, younger woman. Joy is 37 right now. He should be 38 at January 17th when I looked up. So back then I'm thinking, late 20s, mid 20s, perhaps. And he probably is 50, 60 at the time. Noushin Faraji was warning her about that relationship, but Joy Taylor just kind of refused to listen. It's like, well, I'm good. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Now, this guy also allegedly felt up on Noushin Faraji, the hairstylist I'm talking about, who Skip Bayless liked a lot and offered the money to. He was rubbing on her butt and whatnot at a party. Remember that story? And I was saying Joy Taylor was like, don't say anything, because if not for him, you don't exist. Neither do I. Not at Fox Sports 1. Keep your mouth shut. So that's the whole lawsuit. Now, I want to come back. There's so much I want to say. First of all, Skip Bayless, you got to be the dumbest person. Listen, if the allegations are true, you are the dumbest person on this planet Earth. Bro, 1.5 million for sex? You know what I think happened, if this is true? Skip Bayless is kind of living in the ivory tower with him and his wife that look just the same as him. All right. Now, here's this somewhat decent looking woman. I'm not trying to attack her. I'm just saying she's pretty. He likes her and he's flirting with her. He doesn't really see any other women around him. So in his mind, he says, okay, I can just pull the Vince McMahon and offer millions of dollars and then she'll sleep with me. I can achieve my fantasy of this woman I see every day for the past few years. I can achieve that with the money, which is the worst thing to do in the world. First of all, you're going to dry approach with somebody like that. If there was never any kind of inclination of, okay, you can approach me this way, I'm open to that, and you're going to dry approach them, that's really that's sexual harassment, not sexual assault. That's sexual harassment, workplace harassment. You can't do that. And also, 1.5 million. If you're gonna pay, you don't gotta pay that much. And why would you do that right at your job? Because if things go wrong between y'all, you're gonna be in trouble. A lawsuit may not get you in trouble legally or financially. You could beat it, but even if you beat it, you're still gonna lose because you're gonna lose out on the money that you spent to fight it and reputation. Can Skip Bayless say that he didn't offer her that money? Can he say that it was a lie? Is he gonna come out and say that publicly? You see what I'm saying? Now you just involved in drama where you could have avoided it if you didn't have your workplace get involved with your personal sexual life. Same thing, Charlie Dixon. Bro, you want to be the sugar daddy, don't be trying to appoint your sugar baby to a job at your job. Like, that's dumb. Use your power as an executive. You be out here on the golf course with these guys. Okay, use that power as an executive to, get her somewhere else, not your job. Because again, same thing. What about when things go wrong? What's going to happen then? You are in danger of being put out there on Front Street. And in this case, it wasn't even by your sugar baby. It was by somebody else, because you have this kind of mentality of anybody that works here is my personal plaything. I got Joy to do it. Why won't you do it? That's the mentality. And that's why you are in trouble right now. Now, I almost forgot one person. Okay. You still got to do it with Emmanuel Acho. Okay. The headline, that's not really important. Emmanuel Acho breaks cover amid Fox lawsuit and shocking claims of sex with co-host Joy Taylor. Now, the allegation is that Joy Taylor participated in creating a toxic work environment because of the relationship with the guy, the executive I showed you, that kind of fostered an element of I can do whatever I want to the women at work. And in this case, it's the same thing. Now, Emmanuel Acho, let me show him right quick. That's him. I don't think he's married. He's just a regular guy, probably the same age as Joy Taylor. The allegation is she slept with him to get a spot on his show. So it looks like Joy Taylor is just a social climber and she'll sleep with anybody to get a specific position. And again, these are allegations. But if they're true, I wouldn't be surprised. This is a tale as old as time itself. We've seen it happen over and over again. We got somebody that ran for president. I ain't going to say her name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Shout out to the Indian subcontinent. But anyway, we know people do this all the time. Older guy, you're sleeping with him. He's able to get you this position, that position, get you this bag of money, and then you're able to climb that way. And ultimately, when you get to where you want to go, you're not really qualified for the job. She's not really a good on-air talent. She was a waitress in Miami before going on Fox Sports 1. Same thing with the other lady. What was she doing before she got into this role trying to become the president? I mean, look, as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everyone who likes somebody at work. You might want to think twice because this could be you I'm talking about. And if that's the case, you're going to have a really hard time in your life. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about this whole situation with Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. A young man called me on my regular channel and was asking me, hey, there's a girl at work. I like her. Should I approach her? My response was, you better be serious. It can't just be some kind of sexual fling. Are you willing to lose your job over this woman? Ask yourself that question. Be serious. Don't play games. Don't do any kind of indecent proposals, no harassment. All you're going to do is get in trouble, and I promise you, it's not worth it. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.